So I get a text from Adam, and he's like, dude, one of my regular hookups has a lot of 800 games and over 25 consoles that I'm going to pick up. Do you want to join me? Do you want to film it? And of course I said, yeah, because that sounds awesome. I would love to film the journey of Adam picking up this giant game lot. What's up, everybody? Me and Adam are heading to somewhere. Where are we going, Adam?
Springfield, Tennessee.
Springfield, Tennessee, because Adam is getting a very interesting lot here. Tell us about it, Adam. What are we doing?
So we are going to pick up a big lot from my storage unit guy. I met a guy back in the pandemic era who buys storage units but doesn't do anything with video games. So he calls me as the video game guy to come pick up stuff. And he said he's got a lot of about 800 games, 25 consoles, all spanning everything from Atari to PS4.
Yep, and the interesting thing here, folks, is we have no idea.
Not even a little.
No idea what kind of games are going to be there. And the guy that's selling the stuff, he doesn't care about games. He doesn't really know anything about them. He just, buys them and wants to make a quick profit, which is totally fine. Adam did not know what was in this game lot. The guy simply told him it was everything from Atari to PS4 and anything in between. The guy had no idea what was in the lot. This guy doesn't deal with video games. He doesn't really know a lot about video games. He buys storage units at auction and sells the stuff in the storage unit, and he just doesn't want to deal with video games. He would rather find somebody that he can just sell them to make a little bit of profit off of. He doesn't care about pricing them individually. So he has no idea what he has, and me and Adam have no idea what we're walking into, what we're getting ourselves into. Now, I thought that we were going to get there and everything was going to be boxed up. Everything was going to be boxed up, good to go. We were going to look in some of the boxes and then just load everything in Adam's truck, pay the man, and head on our way. We pull up to this place, and it's in a small rural town in Tennessee, and it's this shop in the middle of this town, and we're waiting on the guy that owns the shop to get there and unlock it so we can go in and check out the games and get all the games and load them up. And what I expected to happen and what actually happened were two completely different things.
When them gone, you get paid.
Oh, there's a bunch of stuff in there.
Yeah, this is my kind of place right here. We walk into this shop, and I kid you not, it was like we walked into a freaking hoarder's house. The whole shop was full of stuff from floor to ceiling. You literally couldn't walk around without scraping against something or stepping on stuff, because there was stuff all, now it wasn't like dirty or nasty. There was just stuff piled up all over the place. Super Nintendo, some good games there. We start to piece together that what we've gotten ourselves into is a lot more than we thought we were getting ourselves into. Now, there was a stack of games boxed up and ready to go, but everything else was literally scattered all over the store, piled up under stuff, buried beneath stuff, on shelves, under shelves, games, freaking controllers, consoles, boxes, scattered all over the place. And as soon as we walk in, the first thing we notice to our right is we see two Sega Genesis Justifier guns in like perfect condition, loose, just sitting there. Just two Sega Genesis Justifier guns for light gun games. Hey, Adam, check it out. There's a Justifier. Another one right here. So then we go over to the stack of boxes that they have ready to go, and they say these are the cartridge games. So we open these boxes up and kind of dig through them a little bit, and we see a ton of NES games, Super Nintendo games, N64 games, and just at first glance, it looked like a pretty decent boxes of games. There was some decent stuff in there.
These are boxed and ready already. All these crates. There's boxes up through there, and there's games on the wall. It's everywhere.
Okay.
Come over here, look.
Now, like I said, some of the games were boxed up and ready to go, but the vast majority of the stuff that Adam was buying is literally scattered all over the store like a damn tornado went through the place. It was insane.
we very quickly realized that there's no way we're walking out of there with everything today, because we would be there all day long finding everything and boxing it up. Now, one thing we started to realize as we were picking up game cases laying around all over the place, and even boxes of game cases for CD-based games, was that the boxes were empty. There were no discs in them. So that was a little concerning. So we asked the guy, and he pulled us up to the front. He opens up these drawers, and these literally filing cabinet drawers full of thousands of discs in sleeves in a inventory system where everything was marked numerically. Now, a lot of those were DVDs and CDs and things like that, but all of the video games were mixed in this drawer inventory system. So what that means is all the disc-based games, the cases are scattered around the store empty with no disc in them. All the discs are in these filing cabinets, and everything was numbered. So the case would be numbered, and the number should match the filing system in the filing cabinets. So that in of itself is something that would take hours and hours and hours and hours to do.
Here's all the games logged.
All the disc games, huh?
All the disc games. It's shelf after shelf.
Now, those have cases to go with them, or
Yes.
they do?
They're just in
Scattered around.
Yeah.
A couple of Sega CD games.
When you run,
And as we're walking around, we see there's consoles everywhere. PlayStation 3s, GameCubes, just like crazy. Super Nintendos, NESs, Nintendo 64s, just consoles all over the place. As a matter of fact, at one point, one of the guys that was there walks up to us and he's like, "Hey, what is this thing?" And he hands us a freaking Sega 32X. A loose Sega 32X. I was not expecting to see that.
PS3.
Yeah, buddy.
what is this?
What is what? Oh,
I know it's a Sega.
32X. Yep.
Is that pretty good?
Pretty good, yeah. That is definitely good. These are pretty hard to find.
As we're looking around, Adam randomly finds a GameCube Wavebird controller, missing the battery cover, didn't see the receiver, but that's still a good find. Hopefully, as he's able to get everything together in the future, hopefully he can find the receiver and the battery cover.
Ooh, Matthew.
Oh, Wavebird?
I don't know if the adapter's in there though.
Now, as we're walking around exploring more, Adam actually finds a GameCube game, Ed, Ed, and Eddie. And it has the manual. The disc is not in it because the disc is in this filing cabinet system. And I get excited because I don't actually have Ed, Ed, and Eddie yet on the GameCube. So Adam actually finds a GameCube game that I need. I might be fixing to make my very first sale and sell Matt this GameCube game he needs. Let's see if we can find the disc. So we look at the number on the case and we open the filing cabinet system and we try to find the number in the filing cabinet system, and we can't find the disc. So we decided to start loading the truck up, and we decided to prioritize all the stuff that's already boxed, as well as the consoles, some of the controllers we found, some of the accessories, and also some empty console boxes. As a matter of fact, when we're in the middle of loading the truck up, Adam randomly finds a Nintendo 64 box, an empty black Nintendo 64 box in really good condition. Doesn't have the console in it, doesn't have the foam inserts in it, but it's the box and it's in good condition. And then immediately after that, he finds a GameCube box for a platinum GameCube. Little beat up, no foam inserts, but still, wasn't expecting that. So at this point, we realize there's no way that Adam can get everything today. Number one is the back of his truck is filled up. We filled it up, ran out of space, didn't even scratch the surface of everything that was in this store that Adam is getting. So we talked to the guy, and the guy's going to start getting everything together. Adam's going to have to make a return trip to get everything else, which we don't even know what everything else means. Like, who knows what else Adam's gonna come home with? But we decided to call it a day and take everything that we did load up back to Adam's house so that we can go through it.
Let's start over here. So what's some of the unique stuff that we have here?
So unique stuff. I'll start with this guitar. Neither Matt nor I had seen this. It's a Logitech actual wooden Guitar Hero guitar. It is missing one of the buttons. I'm gonna see if I can find one. A lot of the boxes right here are accessories. Like there's a whole box of Xbox controllers, Sega controllers, Nintendo, a lot of that stuff, some Dreamcast stuff in there. We found a bunch of boxes for consoles.
Yeah, grab the GameCube box and the N64 box. To me, those are the two that stand out the most, right?
Right. The GameCube box, it's got some wear on it.
Yeah.
I do repair on boxes, so I can clean that up.
And that's a platinum GameCube, right?
It is.
Yep. Now the N64 box, on the other hand,
super clean.
very clean, and that I believe is the original release.
Yep, should be.
Of the N64, because I remember that box when I was a kid.
Yep. So this one was purchased on June 3rd of '97.
We got the Dreamcast controller, the blue, clear blue, and it has a blue VMU in it. Now, obviously, those need to be clean.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, that's a memory card there. So
there was some fantastic ones in here.
Yep, I see a green Funtastic. I think there's an atomic purple
There's
in there.
an atomic purple in there. There's a gray
Regular
one in there.
gray.
Super nice Legend of Zelda messenger bag. I think there was at least 3 backwards compatible PS3s that we saw. Don't know if any of them work. None of them are tested, or they may be tested. The dude didn't.
Right.
A couple GameCubes in there.
Yeah, Super Nintendo, which is
Super Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
This was really notable.
Oh yeah, the 32X.
32X.
And it looks pretty clean too,
It
man.
looks very clean.
Yeah. All right, Adam, you do the honors, man. If you just want
I'm
to
just gonna
start.
sit on the floor.
Yeah, if you just want to
I fell
start
down a
pulling
flight
them
of
out.
steps. Luckily, Matt didn't get that on video.
Kind of wish I did. So yeah, if there's anything notable, so what do we got? Super Punch Out.
That is a good start.
That is a good start.
On the top of the label, but Mario Paint.
Two Mario
Paints.
Paints. Yeah.
Really clean.
I see Eye of the Beholder.
Eye of the Beholder.
Yeah.
A decent
Dracula.
Dracula, Bram
Oh.
Stoker's. I don't actually have that one.
There you go.
So
You got the Lion King.
another Pit Fighter.
Pit Fighter, there you go.
Good beat 'em ups.
So basically, essentially, you're going to go through these games, and any that you need for the Super Nintendo collection, you're going to keep and then sell the rest.
Yep.
And I want to stress again to people watching this, everything that he brought back to get today is literally just scratching the surface of what he's getting. I mean, you still don't even know there's tons of consoles buried in that place, games buried all over the place, controllers, accessories. So who knows what you're going to be bringing back in round 2.